me tell you about a transition in my life where I had grief, and I was not a Christ follower when this happened, so I did not handle it well. When I was a senior in high school, and my parents, I had to buy my own car, own insurance, own gas, all of that stuff. So I had to have a job, and I didn't just have everything handed to me in life. A work ethic was passed down to me. It's one of the greatest things my dad did for me. But in my summer between my junior and senior year, I was working at a grocery store. And when basketball season started, we did these mass physicals. And when they checked me, as they checked everybody for a hernia, you had to turn your head and cough, if you know what that means. That happened. And the doctor at that station said, I can't check this off. I think you have a hernia. Have the doctor at the end, have him check you. He checked again. He said, yeah, I think he's right. So the next day, my mom took me to an internist, and he checked, and they did some x-rays. And yes, I had the lining of my stomach was torn right here. And so before I could do anything, and before the school would allow me to play basketball at Monterey, I had to have that fixed. So I had it fit. That was on Wednesday. The check was on Tuesday. The doctor's on Wednesday. I had surgery on Thursday. And I was out for 8 weeks, my senior year of basketball. And a junior in high school, an underclassman, took my starting spot. And because I missed all of the preseason of basketball. And man, I don't know how to tell you. We may have to edit this out of the YouTube video, but there's only one way I know to say this. I was pissed. I was angry. I was not a Christ follower. I did not know how to handle this. And I'm looking back at it with a lens today, and I know it was grief. Because the way I handled the loss that I experienced was I just smoked more marijuana and drank more with my friends. I just medicated my pain and my anger and my frustration. Now, thank God, 3 or 4 months later, I met this beautiful redhead down here, and she introduced me to Jesus, a bunch of other people, and all of that got turned around. But I'm going to tell you what, I was only 17 years old. And I experienced some of the deepest, and you say it was over basketball, so what? That was important to a 17-year-old. I would never minimize what you grieve over. Please don't minimize what I had grief over. Okay? I admit it. I was immature. I was 17 years old. Thank God I've grown up a little bit, I hope. But that's where loss comes from.